the unknown, something that kind of is inevitable. Can't know everything. So I believe it starts when, I kind of use this as a pep talk for myself. So one of my favorite sayings is, if you're not willing to look stupid, then nothing great will ever happen to you. And I actually have it on my Instagram, and willing is spelt wrong. Right? So when I first posted that, everybody kept, messaging me and commenting, "Oh, willing spelt wrong." No, it's kind of there for a reason. It's kind of emphasizing its point. At this age, who doesn't know how to spell willing? Yeah, I'm sure everybody has their moments, but for the most part, everybody, it's like an instant, yeah, you do kind of look dumb because you don't know how to spell it. But that's the whole point of this. So the unknown, I think, when you're younger is very, very exciting and energetic. When you see sand, you put it in your mouth. You want to poke everything and touch everybody, and you don't know how scary the unknown is. And I think that stems from the comfort and almost ignorance that you have as a child, and you're not worried about anything. And I think the unknown is really worrisome for a lot, especially as you start to get older. You start to learn, you start to know that you don't know. And as a child, you don't know that you don't know, you just don't know. So I think once you start getting older, that you start to realize that everything you don't know is still pretty exciting, but it scares you, right? You start worrying, as going into high school, what people think about me. Like your first day of school, it's like, what am I gonna wear? Am I gonna make friends? All these things you're worried about, and it's all things that you don't know. So, and it's inevitable that you're gonna make friends, and inevitable that you're gonna find your place in the world, but you don't know that, right? So I think that for me, I've always been the first person to jump off the bridge, right, so to speak, figuratively and literally. But as I have gotten older, and this is within the past year, I think I've been not worried about the unknown. And I think that's kind of where I really have been using that saying, if you're not willing to look stupid, then nothing great will ever happen to you, to kind of keep pushing me in the direction I feel like I've always gone. I feel like I've always taken great risk and pushed myself to be better because it never scared me. But now, as a young adult-ish, I think that it's starting to scare me, and the unknown is very, just unknown. And at work, I'm starting to question things. I'm not taking as big of risks as I think I once was, and I just kind of want to use this time to even talk to myself and to everybody about making it a point to know those things about you, and know that even though things are scary, remember when you were a child. Remember that feeling of invincible, that feeling that unknown wasn't scary, and really take that to work. I find, especially right now, things I'm working on, there's a lot of tribal knowledge, which is my worst saying. I hate it. If I could beat it over with a hammer, I would. But everybody says tribal knowledge, and they say that because they don't necessarily know why we're doing something. They've been told, and at this point, I was in a meeting yesterday. We've been doing this for 10 years. That doesn't make it right. And trying to get people to change because they don't know about what's gonna happen, getting them to that page has been one of the hardest things I've ever had to do, is working with people that are scared of the unknown. And I don't want to be that when I get to a leadership position or a senior, or been here for 25 years. I don't want to sit there and say, oh, we've been doing it this way, it's tribal knowledge, and that's why. I want to progress, and I want people to understand that the unknown is very not scary. It's not scary at all. It's actually something that you want to jump in with open arms, no matter how old we get, no matter how much we learn and think we know. We have to keep learning and keep growing with each passing day. And so yeah, so I wanted to leave this with you miss 100% of the shots you don't take, which is a Wayne Gretzky quote. And so I think it ties really well into this, is that just because we don't know something and what it's going to cause, what the outcome could be, doesn't mean we shouldn't take the shot.
Thank you, Melissa. I had never heard of tribal knowledge as a term until I came here, and then I'm like, oh, okay.
Get out of here.
All right, moving on to our second and final prepared speech for today. Our next speech will be given by Sharon. Sharon has been a Toastmaster for 2 months now, and she joined Toastmasters in order to polish her public speaking skills. Today, Sharon will be giving her second speech, Organize Your Speech, from the Competent Communicator Manual. The objective of this speech is to present a talk organized so that it leads the audience to a clearly defined goal with suitable structure and transitions. When asked what destiny means to Sharon, she says, "Destiny to me means finding your life's purpose." The title of her 5 to 7 minute speech